Well, today is New Year's Eve. I wake up and find everybody talking about their crafty and life goals and looking back and reminiscing based on this arbitrarily assigned date of December 31st. I'll be thinking about resolutions, my feelings on them, and what is the point of a crafty resolution. So, I think that I have some issues with the idea of year beginning, like January 1st, crafty resolutions. Because if a resolution is really meaningful to you, you are going to be unable to stop yourself from doing it. It's going to be like any crafty endeavor that just overtakes you and just drags you along behind it. You know, we've all had projects like that where they just infest your mind until you do them. You have the idea over and over and over, and even though you try and push it aside, you can't stop it. And eventually you do it, and sometimes it turns out. And then you're like, yay, I did something great, I'm awesome. And you want to repeat that over and over and over again. But it's unlikely that's going to happen. Or you jump on board and are dragged behind this awesome project, which literally drags you through the mud the whole way because it's a slog and you're not enjoying it, but the end result is awesome. Sometimes you get dragged and halfway behind it, you're like, see ya, I'm done with this. I'm frogging you because I am not going to put up with abuse from a craft project. I think that it is worth thinking through what your goals are and how you want to achieve them. Crafty, life, otherwise, personal, external, whatever. There's a time and a place to think about that. And I think that place is every single day, not just at the end of the year. But I understand, especially when it comes to business things, which you will see from me shortly, so ideas on where I plan to go with my business in the year forward, that January 1st is a really good time to think, where is my business going? Why is that? Purely because of the tax year, and businesses being about making money in addition to making personal success, and that money and the the collection of receipts and such starting on January 1st. So I do see from a business standpoint that being a really good and arbitrary and important time of year to make those decisions, because I've tried making those decisions mid-year, and by then you've already kind of set up where your tax year is going. But my life does not run on a tax year other than my business. So I think that it's important to resolve to do things, or think about my choices, or make good decisions and goals every single day. And I was thinking about it and like this idea of New Year's resolutions and like this new gusto for life and how that's awesome that people are having that feeling. And in some ways, I guess I'm a little jealous. I wish that I felt that thing for New Year's Eve, but I don't. Even though I really want to, and I keep trying to find it, and it's just not there. But I kind of was thinking, maybe I can feel that about Sundays. Like the idea of a sun rising and like, here's the sunrise. Well, it's like the sunrise of your week. And so I thought that maybe going forward in 2018, I would try and do like a sunrise, a look at my week, a decision about what I'm planning and goal setting for the coming week, as though it's coming up and it's, you know, when the sun rises, there's so much potential. We don't know what kind of terrible things are going to happen during the day or what kind of wonderful things are going to occur. Come on, let's be honest. A lot of it's going to be terrible. A lot of it's just going to be really, really mundane. But some of it is going to be awesome. So, I think that on Sundays, I'm going to do a Sunday sunrise, where I'm going to look at my crafty week ahead, make some projections, make some hopes, plans, things that I want to get done, a lot of times need to get done, and also shed some light on some things that I had planned to do that maybe just didn't work out. That sunrise, the idea of putting light on a subject, putting light on my plans, and just sometimes, especially in the crafty world, you just gotta accept that your enthusiasm does not equal product. Just because you love an idea, you love a yarn, you love something you saw somebody else do, you just love the idea of being good at something, does not mean that you're going to complete that item. You're going to possess that yarn. Yours is going to turn out that good. sometimes you're just not gonna finish it. But sometimes it still felt super good to start. And that's all that matters. You got what you needed out of that project. You got that like, yay, I chained on, or yay, I got to touch this yarn, or yeah, I just balled something up, or I frogged it. I made a choice, and sometimes choosing feels good. I think that for me, in 2018, looking forward, I don't want to make any like year-long predictions for my crafty goals. As far as personal crafting, like I said, business will be a separate thing because business is a separate part of my life. I need to find like that division. That will help a lot, which is kind of hard when you make your business your craft and your craft your business. But it also means that you enjoy most everything that happens in your day, which I highly suggest as a life plan. So that's what I think I'm going to do. Sundays for the next year are going to be my Sunday sunrise, where I think about what I might do this week. And honestly, just to give you a heads up, a lot of it's not going to get done. But you know what feels really good is thinking about all of the potential, because potential feels really good. Failure feels less good, gotta be honest. But sometimes you need to shed light on that failure and just move on. That's what Freaker Frog has been about, is just going through and seeing the projects I've done and deciding, like, what was past Kendra thinking? Past Kendra was crazy that she thought she could get X, Y, or Z done in a time frame. But sometimes she does, and then she is amazing. And I look at past Kendra and I'm like, wow, past Kendra, I wish I could be you. But present Kendra, she's all right most of the time. So I think that my Sunday sunrise is going to be a chance for current Kendra to try and make some choices for future Kendra. Hopefully they are good choices. Hopefully they are well thought out. Though honestly, a lot of them are going to be whims. Honestly, in my life, most of the good things that have happened have been whims that I have just fully bought into. So that is my plan for the new year going forward. And so when you're thinking about your crafty goals, I don't think you need to think about 2018 as this like be-all end-all. It's not the be-all end-all. It's just where you're at right now. It's your happenstance. It's the circumstance you're in. Hopefully you're enjoying that circumstance. And if you're not, think of some changes, big or small, that might make that better. Might make that better. And start trying to achieve them. So I think that's where I'm at right now. When you're thinking about your crafty goals, think about you, all the versions of you. The you now, the you of the past who made choices, and the you of the future who has to deal with those consequences. And I'm not saying, like, start all the things, or frog all the things. But feel okay as present you to make some decisions about what past you thought was a good idea. Sometimes, honestly, you were wrong. Accept that and move on. Guys, I'm not giving you a lot of answers here, but it's because there really is no good overarching answers to these questions about what should you be doing. Whenever you think, what should I be doing? I say, don't do that thing. What do I want to be doing? What do I feel compelled to do? What will make me feel a little bit more joyful in my life? Because, remember, crafting should make you feel good. Something about the project should make you feel good. I know there are parts of projects that make me feel really, really bad. Either because I feel guilty because they're not done. They make me feel bad because they didn't go according to plan. They make me feel guilty because they don't look good when they're done. And you feel like you wasted your time. You feel like you wasted your supplies. You feel like you wasted money on good stuff. But you didn't waste anything. You're like molding a little person. That little person being you. And that little person's a big deal. I think that we should all take today, the day before the new year, the day before the new us, because every day there's a new us, and try to make choices that will make future you feel good. Make choices that future you will look back on and think, wow, past me, I see where you're coming from. And occasionally, it's worth throwing in a choice that future you will be like, what were you thinking? Because either your choice as present you is going to make future you feel awesome that they completed something they never thought possible. Or future you is going to be so incredibly thankful that you were brave enough to make the choice to just say no. To say, no, I'm not going to do it. To say, no, I'm not going to keep it. To say, no, I'm not going to buy it. Because you don't need everything. But you do need some things. And the things that you need, I can't tell you. And the things that I need, I can't find looking at people's feeds on Instagram. The only way I'm going to find that is by asking present me what feels good. And hopefully future me can look at those projects and be kind to present me and say, okay, Kendra, I know there was a point to this. I'm sorry, that point is over, and we're gonna frog you. So I hope that you all enjoy your holiday weekend, and maybe you'll enjoy a glass or two of champagne, because I have to say, a little champagne makes the crafting a whole lot more fun. Happy New Year's from me and Peachlet here at Hooked by Happenstance. We'll be with you all year long. Thank you for making 2017 as fun as it has been. And who knows what future Kendra will come up with. But present Kendra is pretty happy. Cheers!